Hi, my name is Phillip, and I'm reporting for Healthy NewsWorks from Norristown, Pennsylvania. On this video call with me is Dr. Offit. He's the director of the Vaccine Education Center at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. He is also a co-inventor of a vaccine. Dr. Offit, thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
My first question is, what makes vaccines so important for children's health?
So vaccines prevent a variety of bacteria and viruses that historically have hurt children, caused them to suffer or be hospitalized or have permanent disabilities, or even in the worst case scenario, die. So if you look at what vaccines have done over the last 100 years, we live 30 years longer than we used to. And a lot of that has to do with vaccines.
How do vaccines protect people against disease?
So what vaccines do is they induce the immunity that would normally follow a natural infection without having to pay the price of natural infection. So for example, if you got an infection with measles, that virus would cause you to have a rash on your skin. It might infect your lungs. It might infect your brain. Every year in the United States, before there was a measles vaccine, there would be 48,000 children hospitalized and 500 who would actually die from that viral infection. Now you can get the same immunity that comes with surviving a measles infection without ever having to pay the price of all those symptoms of a measles infection.
What disease does your vaccine protect people against?
So the vaccine that we made at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and it was made with Dr. Stanley Plotkin and Fred Clark, was to prevent a virus called rotavirus. So rotavirus is a virus that infects the intestines and causes fever and vomiting and diarrhea. And with all of that, you can have severe dehydration, otherwise known as water loss. And so children in this country would come into the hospital often. At Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, we'd see 400 children a year who would come into the hospital with severe dehydration. And in this country, it would cause about 75,000 children to be hospitalized. It would cause about 60 children to die every year. But in the world, this virus killed about 500,000 children every year and caused a lot of suffering and hospitalization and death. And so we created that vaccine, and it was licensed and recommended for all children in this country in 2006 and for all children in the world by the World Health Organization in 2013.
How hard do you think it will be to make a vaccine against the coronavirus?
I actually don't think it would be that hard at all. I mean, we know that there are human coronaviruses. There's 4 human coronaviruses. We know that infection with one type of human coronavirus will protect you for years with that same type. So that's good. If natural infection can protect against disease, then I think you'll be able to make a vaccine. And I think you also know, we already know which protein of that virus we want to make a vaccine against. So I think that's all good. But you want to make sure that it's safe. You want to make sure that it's effective before you let people take it, because you should always hold vaccines to a very high standard of safety.
Thank you for joining me, Dr. Offit.
Thank you, Phillip.